Hesitation is self-destruction. Every moment of inaction strengthens resistance. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to act. If you're still hesitating, still clinging to comfort, still letting fear dictate your decisions, then you're already losing. But if you're ready to embrace action, to rewrite your mental programming, and to conquer life, then this is for you. Welcome to the fight. Every single moment you allow yourself to remain still, to hesitate, you are feeding the resistance inside you, the invisible force that fights against your rise, that anchors you deeper into doubt and fear. It grows stronger with every second you delay, like a living, breathing enemy building walls around your mind and spirit, walls so thick and heavy that moving forward feels like trying to scale an unbreakable fortress. The longer you wait, the more impossible action becomes. Hesitation is not just a harmless pause, it is self-destruction in its purest form, a slow and brutal unraveling of your potential and your future. Each moment spent frozen is a moment stolen from your chance to become something greater, to forge your path with fire and determination. The weak wrap themselves in the comforting lie that hesitation is safe, that delaying their fight won't cost them much. They drown in excuses, in fear, thinking they are protecting themselves from pain, failure, or rejection. But the strong, the ones who refuse to settle for the shadows, know the brutal truth. Hesitation is a venom that kills dreams quietly, a silent assassin of ambition and hope. It destroys not just what you are, but what you could have been. If you want to rise, if you want to shatter the limits that bind you, you must tear hesitation from your soul with ruthless intensity. You must replace doubt with savage action, fear with unyielding courage. Because hesitation is not weakness, it is self-destruction. It is the slow death of your dreams, your power, your legacy. And only those who break free from its grip, who act with relentless urgency and brutal clarity, will escape the prison of their own mind and rise, unstoppable, into the greatness they were born to claim. Time is a relentless force that erodes everything: your strength, your will, your very essence. Every moment you waste is a piece of your potential chipped away, slipping through your fingers like dust in a storm. Lost time is lost ability, and with it, the fragile belief you once had in yourself begins to crumble. Potential is not a gift bestowed upon you at birth, nor is it a guarantee that will wait patiently while you hesitate. It is a flame that burns bright only when fueled by relentless action and unyielding effort. The weak sit back, fooling themselves into thinking potential is something they were simply given, an unearned inheritance that will remain untouched, waiting for them to claim it. But the strong, the relentless, know better. They understand that potential is a prize earned on the battlefield of daily struggle, forged in the heat of decisive moves and fierce commitment. If you want to rise above the masses, to shatter your limits and seize your destiny, you must embrace action as your lifeblood. Because potential is not eternal. It fades. It decays. And if you do not act, it will disappear, leaving you hollow, broken, and forgotten. The clock is ticking, and the window to unlock your true power is closing with every second. Act now, or watch your potential die in silence. Your subconscious mind is not your own. It runs on a script written by society, by those who want to keep you small, controlled, and complacent. This script is fed to you from birth, a hidden programming that shapes your thoughts, your fears, your limits without you even realizing it. If you don't seize the power to rewrite this mental code, you will live a life dictated by others, a shadow of your true self, trapped in a cycle of obedience and mediocrity. This programming is a cage disguised as comfort, designed to keep you from rising, from breaking free, from becoming the force you were meant to be. The weak believe their programming is harmless, something they accept without question, a harmless part of existence. But the strong know the brutal truth. Action is the path to greatness, and greatness demands rewriting the very foundation of your mind. To rise, you must take the pen and rewrite your mental script with bold strokes of defiance, courage, and relentless ambition. You must dismantle the lies, the fears, the limits that have been planted inside you and replace them with the fierce, unbreakable code of a warrior. Because rewriting your mental programming is not just a choice, it is the only path to greatness. Without it, you remain a puppet, a prisoner of invisible chains. With it, you become unstoppable. The brain is wired to prioritize safety above all else. It craves comfort, sheltering you from the unknown, from risk, from pain. It whispers lies, convincing you that comfort is better than progress, that standing still is safer than moving forward. Fear is the default setting, an ancient survival mechanism that once kept us alive but now chains us in a cage of hesitation and regret. The weak believe fear is harmless, a natural feeling to be accepted and obeyed. But the strong know the brutal truth. Fear is the enemy of greatness. It is a force that must be challenged, rejected, and crushed underfoot. If you want to rise, to shatter your limits and become unstoppable, you must refuse to be ruled by fear. You must override that default setting with relentless action, with fierce courage, with the hunger to conquer every shadow inside your mind. Because fear is not your friend, it is a programmed prison. And only those who reject it will break free and claim their place among the legends. Comfort is a venom that seeps deep into your bones, rotting ambition from the inside out. It weakens your spirit, dulls your fire, and breeds a silent, suffocating regret that will haunt you long after the moment to act has passed. Those who let comfort dictate their choices live lives half-lived, trapped in cages of ease, never pushing beyond, never growing, never truly rising. Comfort is a slow killer, a thief that steals your dreams piece by piece while you fool yourself into believing it's safe, that it's the goal. The weak cling to comfort like a lifeline, terrified of pain, risk, and the unknown. But the strong, the ones forged in fire, know better. They understand that true greatness is never found in ease, but in relentless action, in the burning desire to break free from comfort's chains. If you want to rise, if you want to stand tall and unbreakable, you must reject comfort with everything you have. You must choose the hard path, the one that demands sacrifice, risk, and fears courage. Because comfort is not safety, it is a slow, merciless killer that will destroy your soul before you even realize what you've lost. The strongest among us don't wait for fear to disappear, they act in spite of it. They understand that success is never handed out by luck or fate. It is earned by training the mind to see risk not as a threat, but as an opportunity waiting to be seized. Every action you take is a stroke rewriting the story of your destiny, reshaping the future with the fire of your will. The weak resign themselves to the belief that destiny is a force beyond their control, a script already written and impossible to change. But the strong know better. They know that greatness is forged in the crucible of relentless action. If you want to rise, if you want to break free from the chains of fate and claim your power, you must embrace action with savage intensity. Because action is not just movement, it is the weapon that rewrites destiny itself, turning dreams into reality, and the impossible into the inevitable. Life was never designed for you to simply endure it, dragging yourself through endless days of routine and quiet desperation. Life is meant to be conquered, seized with fierce determination, and dominated with relentless will. Every moment you sink into complacency is a betrayal, a stab in the back to the raw, untapped power that pulses within you. Just existing, breathing without purpose, is not enough. It is a slow death, a quiet surrender to mediocrity and regret. The weak fool themselves into believing that merely existing is enough, that surviving without fighting is acceptable. But the strong, the ones destined to rise, know the unbreakable truth. Action is the path to greatness. If you want to rise, to shatter limits and rewrite your story, you must reject mere existence. You must seize every second with savage intent and fierce action. Because existing is not enough, it never was. You were made for more. You were made to conquer. Hesitation is not just a pause, it's self-destruction in slow motion, a creeping poison that eats away at your potential until there's nothing left. And make no mistake, potential is not eternal. It fades with every second wasted, slipping through your grasp like sand in a storm. Your mind runs on a script written by fear. Fear is the default setting wired deep into your brain, pushing you toward safety and comfort. But comfort is a slow killer, a velvet trap that lulls you into complacency and slowly crushes your spirit. The only way to break free is through action, relentless, unyielding action that rewrites your destiny and shatters every chain holding you back. Existing is not enough. Surviving isn't the purpose. You were born to conquer, to rise above the noise and claim your place in the world. If you're ready, truly ready to fight the war against hesitation, to rewrite your mental programming, and to seize life by the throat, then this is your moment. The battlefield waits. Take action. Rise unbreakable. If this resonated with you, if you are ready to stop hesitating and start taking action, then hit that subscribe button. This is just the beginning. The journey to greatness is long, but it's worth it. And I'll be here, every step of the way, to guide you. So subscribe now, and let's rise together.